It's Saturday the 1st of May 2021. I'm running through the Borsches Van Poot again on my way to the West Dunes. You can really smell the wild garlic in the air, sort of oscillate it around along with the bluebells as well in here, so it's a really nice kind of green cover as the trees start to bud and leave. So I'm just skirting along the western side of the West Dunes, heading south approximately towards Kijkduin, and I'm going to head into them in a moment and turn before Kijkduin and head back along one of the coastal paths through the dunes. Lovely sunny day, a bit cooler than earlier on in the week, about 8 or 9 degrees today, but in the sun it feels lovely. So a quick update on coronavirus. Start of May, vaccines in the Netherlands should now be extended to the 50 plus year olds. I personally am still waiting for a letter, but it is only the 1st, so as I mentioned before, it's about 8 weeks behind the UK, which of course was a very rapid vaccine programme. This is almost up to Kijkduin. There's a start of Kijkduin here. Here's the beach up here. So it's about 5 kilometres to head back to where I am in the start of Westduinpark in the Hague. So you can see there's a few people gathering. It's quite a windy day, as I mentioned. It's cool, only about 10 degrees max today. You can see the kites flying, and there'll be kite surfers at different locations along here as well. There's a very good kind of almost lagoon that's created about 3 kilometres up the coast here, and a lot of kite surfers sitting there, particularly when it gets really windy, so they've got a bit of shelter. So that's it, that's Kijkduin anyway. So that's it. So wanted to do 10k today, and I've just done that. First time I've done 10k in a while, just giving myself 3 days break. I'm still trying to get back to fitness and get nurse the knee injury a little better than I did before. But more importantly than that, in terms of injuries, Debbie's recovering really well now, but 4 weeks ago she got hit by a car. It's a very freaky accident. She's doing pretty well now, able to concentrate a little bit better now, still gets headaches and still gets a bit, as she calls it, kind of foggy. But basically what happened, she was coming out of the local supermarket, the Jumbo, and she was loading up her groceries into a bike, and on the path, this is on the sidewalk, as it's in the States, on the path, and she got hit by a reversing car that had got out of control, come up onto the path and then hit her. Now all she can remember is seeing something come towards her, and then the next minute she was waking up in the ambulance. So she sustained quite a really nasty head injury, so there was a lot of blood. I managed to get a call from her. The ambulance staff helped her, and I'd like to say a big thank you to the ambulance staff, the police. They were there in attendance really quickly, and obviously the staff at Westduinpark Hospital as well, in the casualty, the emergency department, who did a brilliant job. She was in there for about 3 to 4 hours, had CT scans of her head, neck, spine and pelvis. All of that checked out. I mean, they can see all the bruising and the contusions, the external contusions. So yeah, she's not got the feeling back in the back of her head yet. It's a really big bash, but yeah, she's doing really well. But a very freaky accident. Basically the guy was in a brand new electric car and got it all wrong, and of course, as we know, electric cars accelerate ridiculously quickly, particularly when they're out of control. And I've been hearing this from a lot of people that are saying, of course, because people haven't been driving for a while because of lockdown, because of the restrictions over the past year, there's definitely, people are out of practice. So I don't know what the accident statistics are looking like. It's not normally my field. But anyway, Deb's doing really well. For anybody who's been asked, for anybody who's been asking, and up and around, and we're doing regular walks now, which is really good. She couldn't do that about a week ago. So yeah, but So that paled, my injuries paled into insignificance really alongside that. And but I'm basically taking it really easy with the knee, trying to do slow runs. So this is a slow run, but that's the first kind of 10k I've done in probably about 6 weeks, and I'm giving myself longer rest periods. So I've just given myself 3 days of rest whenever I feel a twinge or an aching that's too much. You've got to, I always say, you've got to balance it when you get a bit older, because if you didn't go out when you ached, you'd never go out. You get to a certain age and everything aches anyway. You ache getting out of the armchair, so you've got to take it easy. Anyway, I'm back in now. The restaurant's opened up outside on Wednesday, just after King's Day. So you can see they're doing a pouring trade there. You can, if you're a family group, you can book a table. Otherwise, it's restricted to 2 people, so you can meet one person can meet one person, in other words, outside at the moment in the cafes. So you can see it's a nice bright day. The organ's playing there as well. The flower stalls are out, and yeah, very nice day.